Welcome back to Show and Tell with BTL, the final episode of the season.
Oh, the final.
Andrew couldn't be here today, so I'm Will.
I'm Kip.
And this is Ghost Dave Anderson, and that's Ghost Mike Roberts,
Yes.
who ghosted us for the show today.
They will be here tomorrow, but we will not. So.
And neither will any of the crew who are filming the show.
But we love them. We just love them more when they show up.
Yes, and we want it, and we're going to have them on the show and talk music again.
That's true.
And just like last season, we're going to have them play us out.
Yep.
And, you know, they may show up before we get done taping.
You never know. Yeah.
So anyhow, it's been a season.
It has. I am excited and exhausted.
Yes. I
Yes.
warned you in advance how it was going
You
to go.
did. You did.
And was I wrong in any way, shape, form, or fashion?
No. This is my second season with BTL, and it was more challenging and more exciting than the first. And the next season is, whoa.
Well, you know, next season, 25-26, is
Yes.
when we're going on to be a full week market.
We are.
And so it's funny, when I started here, I was going through my desk, and there was something from like 2003, and it was a memo about how Huntsville would be a full week market in the next 2 years.
Wow.
So
Didn't quite happen.
literally 20 years later,
20
we
years.
finally accomplished
Right,
it.
yes.
You know, last week we had the show was all the big round table talking about what's upcoming.
Great.
So which of these shows are you most looking forward to?
Oh, just one, huh?
Just one.
I have to say Water for Elephants for me, because I like, you know me, I like
You like to cry
I
at
like to
it?
feel all the feelings. Like I like to be
will-
sad,
it
happy,
will-
cry, laugh, and that's Water for Elephants.
It will give you all the feelings.
It's
That
the
is-
Still Magnolias of the musicals next season.
So, oddly enough, I am looking most forward, I think, to Mark Twain.
Okay,
It's
right.
just because I have such a friendship.
It's your buddy.
I know. So, and I'm a Mark Twain fan. You know, his brother lived here in Huntsville, has a very famous house over off Pride Avenue.
Well, tell them who your buddy is.
Who?
Richard Thomas, John Boy.
John Boy.
John Boy fame, and many other things, but
It's just so neat. And, you know, and we meet lots of people that come through here.
right.
But you don't meet many people that you get to carry on a friendship with later. So
Right. And he
that's-
was, I mean, Huntsville loved him and To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yes.
It was sold out. He was wonderful in the show. Huntsville, we're so happy to bring him back to Huntsville.
That version, that Mockingbird was the only time since I've been here that we added seats to a show.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's cool. I don't think I knew that.
We added the pit because originally it didn't have pit
Oh,
seating.
wow.
So we
Great.
added the pit
Oh,
because
yeah. I
demand
sat
was
in
so
the
high.
pit.
Yes.
I like that because I could see his eyes and I
Yes.
could see their sweat, and I love being like really close up.
Yes. But so who do we have on the program today?
Well-
Besides Ghost Dave and Ghost Mike.
Yes, we have. Well, I got a friend of mine from high school, Jenny Rhodes, but now she's Jenny Atkins from Touronimo, and your friend of many years.
Lonnie Cleve, also from Touronimo.
Exactly.
And, you know, they've been great partners with us this year. We kind of figured out how we're going to work things out, and I think they'll be even great in the future,
Yeah.
making curated packages to come to an event and then come to one of our shows.
Right. I think it's exciting because Huntsville's growing so much, Broadway Theater League is growing so much, Touronimo is growing so much, so we can talk about growth.
So that's one of the things that I'm going to ask them, because I already know the answer, how many people move here every day, and I'm sure they do too, but it's much more exciting coming from them.
Right.
So I think we should cut to a break and then
Let's
come
do it.
back and welcome them on here and get rid of these two ghosts.
Okay.
Okay, we'll see you guys in just a few minutes.
Log on to BroadwayTheaterLeague.org, look through all the shows, pick all your favorites, get you a season ticket, because what is special about this year? We now have season tickets on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday night. Isn't that amazing? So your weekends can be completely free, especially in the fall when you have to go to the games. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you come, you see your Broadway shows, and you can still do your football on the weekend. Visit BroadwayTheaterLeague.org, and we will see you there.
And one thing with having more season seats, if you wanted to move up, say if you're sitting in Orchestra 2 and you want to sit in Orchestra Center, Get in early, you can make that happen.
Pick of the seats for season seats on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Yep.
Okay, thank you, Heather, for coming on, being on with us.
So enjoyed
Great
it.
fun.
I hope you had fun.
I got to sing.
You did,
I shouldn't have
Yes.
sang, but
Well
I got
done.
to sing.
Yes.
and you kept us mostly in line. And to all you guys, I want to say thank you for all your help in making the season we are currently in
Yes.
as successful as it has been, and moving us into a season like this.
We will see you all very soon at the shows. Get your tickets, get your packages, and we'll see you at the show. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Show and Tell with BTL. As we promised, we have our friends from Touronimo on here. And you know, this is our last show of the season. And I wanted you guys and Ghost Dave and Ghost Mike,
Oh boy.
because you were on what I thought was the first episode of the season. It was actually the second, but remember out of Maple Hill Cemetery?
Lonnie wasn't.
Oh, that's right, you weren't there.
But
I was
Jenny
one of the ghosts.
You weren't.
Yeah.
You weren't a cool kid.
Ghost
apparently.
Lonnie was there.
She was there, just not with us.
Right, right. There's always a ghost.
So tell us about what Touronimo does.
Touronimo is a full-service destination management company serving the state of Alabama. We consider ourselves the local experts for planning and executing events and tours and experiences for corporate groups and local groups to let them be able to sit back, enjoy, and have fun at their events.
Okay. Now I have a question for you. After working at a competitive TV station for so long, how does it feel to be on the studio in a different one?
Feels like home. And I mean, it really does. If you have been through any kind of a news situation, you are with your comrades no matter where you go. Yeah.
Yeah, and I even said, like, between taping, I was like, no, y'all stretch because we're going to be dancing. And Lonnie's like, all right, I'm ready. I'm ready.
I am not.
You're not, but so she was ready.
Yeah.
Well, people probably want to see her dance. They don't want to see me.
That might be true, yes.
So what is your favorite thing that Touronimo does? Like favorite event you ever put on is a better way to
Yeah,
put that.
well, she probably has some different ideas
I
on
mean,
what that
definitely.
looks like, for her. My fun is goofing around downtown. So like
Yes.
producing events and tours and experiences where everybody gets to run around downtown. You get exposure to some of the small businesses that are around there, some of the local bars, some of the local shops. I love touching base with all of those and having a reason or excuse for people to go in, spend money, have a good time, and we try to execute that or curate that so that happens. That's my favorite thing. And we do that with scavenger hunts and underground cocktail tours and rooftop bar crawls and things like that.
Can I jump in real quick?
Yeah.
Because you have the Mrs. Roper tour.
Yeah.
Where everybody dresses up as
That's
Mrs. Roper.
become a favorite,
From Three's
yeah,
Company
yeah.
or the Ropers.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
at Pop Culture Expo last week or so, I was out there on my cell phone. Peter Pan was here. And I see all these Mrs. Ropers coming
How
to
did I
Pop
miss that?
Culture Expo.
Where was I?
And I was like, wait a minute, that's a Touronimo thing. And they took it and went to Pop Culture Expo, but it was brilliant.
Yeah, well, I will
So,
say I did
thought
not.
of you.
Thank you.
Yes.
That's great. I did not invent that, but we
Oh.
started getting requests for that, and then people would see pictures, and then they would want to do it. So it became this big thing where we were hiding clues all over downtown in different businesses. So people would go and visit those, get their clue, and at the end of it, whoever had the most clues and got back the fastest won a prize. Then we started adding challenges to it, like you had to do a TikTok dance at some point during the scavenger hunt, or you had to do a photo bomb, with, in a store and those kind of things. So just started making it more fun, and more people started requesting it. So crazy.
Okay, and what's your favorite thing?
This sounds so Pollyanna, but the truth of the matter is it's not one specific event. We say, like, the city helps people want to come here. We make you want to stay. And we have met so many great people that do come, and we have provided such a service they didn't even know that they needed. And I come from the corporate world. So also from a corporate standpoint, it seems like when it comes to events, it's other duties as assigned, right? You start by, you're a director of sales of one day, and then the next day, you're cleaning the toilets
Yes.
for an event that is, coming
Literally.
up. Because it's other
Yeah.
duties as assigned. when we are partnering with local companies and we are taking events that they have worked so hard and they really care about their employees a ton, and I mean that so sincerely, they want to provide something great. When we partner with them and then we sit back and watch them having fun at their own events
For the first time sometimes.
for the first time, and we're getting to know their people. And I mean, we say we create custom curated events. And we're a part of things that are really special in businesses. And I sincerely mean that, how much I love being a part of local companies and helping them with their employees.
Thank you for popping your hand over your microphone there.
Yes, sorry. It's been a minute. It's been just a minute.
So I'm going to ask this because someone watching does not know the answer to this question. How important is it for a company to do things like you do for morale?
Well, it's huge. Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
we understand that.
yeah,
Somebody
yeah.
watching needs to hear this.
Yeah. Well, you look at how things have changed since 2020, and a lot of people are not necessarily all in the office anymore, and so you miss out on some of that. So they're trying to build these relationships back up, and they're trying to introduce everybody to everybody. And so we do these team building experiences and things where they're socializing, they're having fun, they're working together to solve a problem or work on a project together, and it's totally different. I mean, it's important to get them out of the office and do something fun and give them a break for a minute. So
Yeah, well, and bringing it back around to like what we do with you guys. One of the other best parts of it is the relationships, and this is all Jenny. I mean, I'm just the great benefactor of all of this hard work that she's put in so much on the front end. But the relationships that we have with our customers and our partners that are powered by Touronimo, you've given us wonderful opportunities that we can then pass along to different partners in town that they would not otherwise have.
Right,
And
right.
so that's how we all work together. And I know I come from the money and the business side of things too, and people think they can't afford to do things for
Right.
for their employees. Because of partners like you all, we can make it where not only can you afford to do it, but we can do it for you less than you can do it for yourself, and it is a different kind of experience.
a lot of it's just being creative. You know, I
Right.
mean, it's easy to go somewhere where it's, it's set up or this or that, but if you're working with us, then we can get creative and provide you something totally unique and totally different and personalized that's, like I said, within your budget and affordable. So.
Well, you're going to have lots of chances next
Yeah.
season.
Yes.
Yeah.
To show some
Let's
people
do
some good
it.
times.
That's right.
So we need to cut to a break. Will you ladies stay for another segment?
Yes, because I have a question.
And he's going to go check his phone to
Cliffhanger.
see if Ghost Dave and Ghost Mike are going to show up.
They are getting a lot of airtime tonight. That's what I got to
Love
say.
y'all.
I think we're ghosting next time. I'm learning too.
Yes, but you were talking about the importance of your company. They are not. So we will see you guys in just a few minutes.
The Deep Comics and Games has the largest selection of comics, board games, and toys in North Alabama. All your favorite games such as Ticket to Ride, Munchkin, and Catan. Trading card games such as Magic, The Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokemon. Miniature games, Warhammer, Star Wars, Flames of War, and all the supplies you need to get them ready for play. Selling your collection, The Deep is always buying and will give you the most cash for your stash. The Deep Comics and Games, 2310 South Memorial Parkway, just south of Office Depot.
Welcome back to Show and Tell with BTL. Well, I am about to ask Jenny, who went to high school with Kip, an embarrassing story of him.
Oh.
Oh,
I've never done
know any
anything.
Or a
embarrassing
fun story.
stories.
Well, we are in we went to a dance together, kind of.
Yeah, a
As a
group.
group. We have
Yeah.
a group picture.
Yeah.
I should unearth that and share it with
Yeah.
everyone.
Oh, God, that's
We're
funny.
wearing Ray-Bans.
Yeah, they wouldn't recognize us.
Someone
Did
the other
show
day
it.
just sent me a prom picture of me.
Oh, yeah,
So-
that's good.
Yeah.
That's a young, good-looking Will in that picture.
Well, and this is how cool we were. It was the backdrop was a snow scene, and we were all dressed like we were at the beach.
We were at the beach.
We were so cool.
It was a sorority.
Yeah.
We had a
Yeah.
ton of sororities in our high school.
Right.
And so there were
Really?
sorority,
There was a
yes, there were
dance every
sorority
weekend.
dances like every weekend. And
Yeah. It was like galas are now.
yes. And then you had big brothers
Themes,
in the
yeah.
sororities. I was a big brother and somebody sorority, and I went to a dance every weekend with a different girl.
Okay. So
Who knew? Who knew?
how small was Huntsville then?
Oh gosh, it was terrible.
Yeah, there was no. The only thing you did downtown at night was dress in all black and like crawl up the fire escapes.
You know where
to the
we all
roof.
hung out. I mean, this dead ends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Graffiti
like-
alley.
Yeah.
That was a thing.
Bailey Cove did not extend at that time, and so
Right,
there was
yeah.
just the dirt road and.
Or the
that-
cemetery.
Yeah.
We go to the
yeah,
cemetery
yeah.
at night.
So those were the hangouts.
Where
McDonald's.
you
Taco
did
Bell.
Bible study?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, yes,
Thank
yes.
you, Whitesburg Baptist Church.
Yes, yes. Mom and Dad, I need $20 for McDonald's and Bible study.
No, but what's funny, Will, is I think just 2 weeks ago, I finally changed her name in my phone to Jenny Askins.
That's okay.
It's
Do you
been
know who
Jenny
that is
Rhodes.
now?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know if it's INS or ENS, but yeah.
When
so
I've been sharing some contacts with some people for phone numbers, and anybody from high school is still under their maiden name
Yes.
or their former name. So I'm like,
Exactly.
I have to explain it in the text. That's
Yep.
their old name. It's the right
sense.
person. Yeah.
So, being a company that deals with entertainment and stuff, how big is Huntsville now?
Well, we've got what, 26 people moving in every day. So
oh,
it's pretty big.
every day.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, but what I guess since I didn't grow up here. So what?
Is that your question?
I just snorted.
Did
Sorry.
You answered my question.
Okay. Okay. Don't ask anything
Like,
else.
what more is there to do than when y'all grew up here?
I didn't grow up here. There's so much more to do than
Oh,
there was
I didn't know you didn't grow up here.
But
Yeah.
I mean, I've been here long enough for it to
Right.
be
Me
home.
too.
But for sure, there's.
Well, if you look every 5 years, it's like the landscape has changed.
That's right.
You know, I mean, I was just driving
You
around
go every
downtown.
5 months in landscape.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, if somebody came back after a couple of years now and saw the federal courthouse, the new federal courthouse downtown, and it's all landscaped and all the roads have now been paved, it's like, where did that come from? I mean, you occasionally look at an area and say, I didn't see that building here a year ago, but now there's, I mean, that courthouse is huge. And it's like that all the time. And there's a new restaurant coming to town, or there's a new entertainment group that's performing. I mean, it's always something. I think this past weekend showed how much Huntsville has grown just because of all the activity. I mean, there was something going on the whole time, whether it was the Heart Ball, whether it was Panoply, whether it was Peter Pan, Tangled String Studios was having a concert. There was something else. I mean, it was just, there were at least, 8 or 9 things going on the whole time.
So-
Soccer games.
Throw into that, the embassy had a national convention of people, a homeless convention basically, of people that rescue missions and things like that. At the embassy, already tied on to all of the things.
Wow.
Yeah. Comic-Con. That was,
That was a
going
big
on
big
too.
one.
Yeah. I mean,
Yes.
how many, when we were growing up, there was not that option.
No, we did not
Yeah.
get to go meet the girls from Beverly Hills 90210.
No.
That did not happen.
He was
No.
so
Donna.
excited.
I
He was
met,
so
I met
excited.
Holly Marie Combs from Charmed. I told her my Shannon Doherty story. May she rest in peace. And it was fun. It was fun for my little,
Yeah.
pop culture kid.
Yeah.
Can you
side.
tell the world your Shannon Doherty story?
Okay. So when I was touring with Les Mis back circa 2003-04, we had this thing called Dollar Friday, where the crew of Les Mis, they would, for $1 a ticket, you would get a ticket, you write your name, they would do a drawing at intermission, and you'd have a winner of Dollar Friday. It was a morale booster. So for over a year, I used to write Shannon Doherty on every single ticket because I loved her, and I wanted to hear her name announced over the loudspeaker. And finally, like over a year later, our company manager, Abra, she got on the loudspeaker and she goes, "The winner of Dollar Friday is Shannon Doherty." And everybody was like, "Oh my God," because everyone was invested at this point.
Yeah,
The crew,
yeah.
the orchestra, the actors, everybody,
fun.
management.
Yeah.
So I ran up to stage management. I grabbed the phone. I was like, "On behalf of Shannon Doherty, I would like to accept this prize." And we did this big thing. And I always thought she would think that was hilarious.
Yeah.
I didn't know her, but I had a feeling she would think it was funny. So I told Holly Marie Combs, who was on Charmed with her, and they were best friends. I said, "I want to tell you the story," and I told her. And she goes, "Shannon would have loved that." So it really made me happy.
Sweet.
It
Yeah.
gave me the pitter
See,
patter that you
and
did.
I asked him to tell that story to go back to being a morale booster. So how can people that want to know about your morale boosting capabilities at their companies or events get in touch with you?
Oh, they can absolutely look on Touronimo.com. I
Okay.
mean, we've got a list of all of our services from transportation and lodging, experiences, things like that, tours. So they can go on there under Book an Experience and check out all the fun things we've got going on. They're all local. Some are iconic experiences, and some things we can curate for them if they have special requests.
Okay, and you can do lots of those with Broadway Theater League too.
Absolutely.
And Will, you did a thing for Touronimo with the cemetery, right?
Oh well, yeah, I did I do their cemetery ghost tours.
And I attended.
Yes,
When they need
yes,
one.
that was so good
was
too.
really
They loved
cool.
it. Yeah.
It was an employee morale event.
It was.
Yeah, yeah.
And they really seemed to love it. I mean,
Totally
really got
different than
into it.
anything they'd ever done.
Okay.
Yeah.
So before we go,
Yeah.
which show are you looking forward to most, Lonnie?
Oh gosh.
Oh, I'm going to say probably Back to the Future. That's the one of these I've never seen that I want to see, and because everything comes back to business, I can see us doing the most fun things with it for different clients.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So we're also going to have a Back to the Future Havoc night again.
That's great.
That's great.
Jerseys.
Last year we had Peter, they're awesome jerseys, aren't they?
I'm excited.
We had Peter Pan. The year before that was Beetlejuice. So this time it'll be Back to the Future night at the Havoc. And ma'am, which one are you most looking forward to?
I think Juliet.
Yes.
I don't know
It's
enough
fantastic.
about it. Yeah.
It's fantastic.
It's so
Yeah.
fun.
Anything that says life after Romeo, like that's
Yeah.
got to be cool.
That's right.
And all the songs, you know all the songs.
Good.
Yeah. It's so fun.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
With all that, we're going to cut to a break and come back and say our final goodbye for the season. See you guys in just a few minutes.
Star 99.1.
So it is hard to believe this is the last episode of the season.
I know. I always get sad at the last episode because it's so much fun, and I'm not usually up here. I'm usually back there with the guests.
Right.
But I don't know. I look forward to filming.
So this really just popped in my mind when you said it that way. What's it like to close a show?
You know, it's usually, I'll just say like if it's a positive experience.
They're all positive experiences.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like it's so exciting, and you know, just all the thoughts flood to you, and all the people, and the memories, and the guests, and the laughter, and the tears. I know that sounds cheesy, but all of it just is there, and you're living in that moment. And then you have a little bit of a depression, like the next day. And sometimes it lasts for a few days. So it's a little depression, but that's because it was such a wonderful experience. So you're just sad it's over, but you're glad it happened.
Right. You know, it's funny. This is episode 31 of this season, but I think cumulative, this is our 136th episode of Show and Tell.
Wow, that's a huge accomplishment.
So, I mean, we're going to wrap up today. We're going to go back to the office. And Dean's still going to be here. We're still going to text. But we're not going to be in here filming every other week.
Right.
It's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm a little sentimental about it this time myself.
Well, that's good. I like sentimental Will. Yes.
He doesn't show up very often.
No, but when he does, you notice him.
So, but it was great to close with the Touronimo girls. They
Yes.
have been a big help to us, and hopefully we have to them. I don't
Yes.
necessarily know we have, but hopefully we have.
Yeah, and I think it's just such a good collaboration, and also I didn't get to ask them. I was just thinking in my head, like, because I toured for so many years, and every city, sometimes it feels monotonous. It was so nice when you have a city that has something different or special or unique.
Right.
And I was thinking, we really need to like brainstorm with them about the tours that come here and provide these little things for the cast and crew.
Right.
Because then they're always going to remember Huntsville.
That's a fantastic idea, actually.
Yeah.
You know, and lots of people, especially when we had Peter Pan, they were like, we had no idea there was so much to do here.
Right.
But that would be a really cool thing, and we just tell the show, hey, we've got this event for you. Who would like to sign up for it?
Absolutely.
That's
Just
a
offer to
great
them
idea.
ahead of time, because a lot of times they don't plan things until they're here. So
So we'll work that in with the literally 1,000 other things that we do.
wait,
So-
we need interns.
So anyhow, What was your favorite moment from the TV show this year?
Oh my gosh.
If you remember.
I mean, it's not really one moment, but it's just like, I mean, I'm all about the High School Musical season. I just love the energy. I love, the kids are so excited. Like you've said before, most of them have never been in a studio before, or on camera, and so it's just great to see. And they're all different. They all bring different energies, and it just reminds me of being a high school kid in Huntsville, Alabama, and how much I would have loved coming on a show like this.
Okay.
So that's it. I think for me is the high school theater kids. What about you?
So I think my favorite was the inaugural Halloween edition.
Oh my gosh, that was so fun.
It was a lot of fun, and it really had all the technical problems of a ghost investigation show on TV, which creates a lot of work for me on the back end. But it was just so fun to get out of the studio.
It was fun.
And to have Jenny, Mike, and Dave on there. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, Mike and Dave, like, in front of that mausoleum, like with the guitars, like it was an epic.
That is a
iconic
video
shot.
I'm never getting rid of.
Right, yeah, that was really special.
Because they're both famous as it is.
Oh,
they're going to
sure.
be more so, and I'm going to say one day, look what I got.
Yes, I know. Yeah, that was really, really special for us to have them.
So what was your favorite show of the past season?
Oh my gosh.
Hard to think of it, isn't it?
It is hard to think because like I'm so focused on the new season.
Right.
that I almost like
and how many
remember
times
what we did.
will you come in my office and I'll say, oh, I'm done with that. I'm on to this show.
Yeah. I think I'm starting to learn that from you.
So you just have to work so far ahead.
So literally, when you said that, I'm just like thinking,
What
all I
shows
can
did
think
we even
about
have?
is like the shows that we have coming up. Yes.
So, but that is a great way to end it. And I hate Andrew can't be here with us today.
Yes, we miss you.
We miss you, but sometimes those things happen. And I guess we'll see you at the show next season.
Or as my mother used to always say, goodbye for now.
And one of my things in life, always leave them laughing.
I like it.
We'll see you guys soon.
Bye.
Pretty woman, walking down the street. Pretty woman, the kind I like to meet. Pretty woman, I don't believe you could be true. No one can look as good as you. First thing, pretty woman, won't you pardon me? Pretty woman, I couldn't help but see, pretty woman, that you